Good afternoon and welcome to the Overtime Sports Show with Mike Wood. Today I'm speaking with Steve Addazio. We'll do it one more time. Say your last name for me so I can get it right. Addazio, right?
Addazio.
Okay. Good afternoon and welcome to the Overtime Sports Show with Mike Wood. We're speaking with Steve Addazio, the head football coach at Temple University. How are you doing today, Coach?
Oh, I'm doing great, Mike. Just looking forward to getting started here in another few weeks.
Tell us, you have become the 25th head coach at Temple University. As a matter of fact, you got the job in December of last year. Tell us about Temple University and what you found when you got there as far as athletes and just the way people have accepted you.
Well, I mean, when I got here, what I found was a program that was left in great shape by Al Golden. He did a fabulous job here of recruiting and developing this program, and which was terrific. There's great culture here, a culture of learning how to win, and some very fine players. I mean, obviously we had a first-round draft pick and a second-round draft pick in this year's NFL draft, and we'll probably have about 5 free agents in the NFL. So there's very good talent here. Very, very welcoming place, and I think everyone in the area and the city is excited about the program and where it's headed.
I tell you, yeah, with that kind of talent on the team, it's nowhere but up. And also, while you came from Florida, and while you're at Florida, you were part of 2 national championships there. And I've often wondered, what does it feel like to be involved in like winning a national championship?
Well, it's very special. I mean, I think it's kind of a surreal feeling, and all of a sudden, the horn blows, and you go on the field and the celebration happens, and it's like, wow, we just won the national championship, and that's the prize that everyone's in the hunt for, coaches, players, everybody, and so the feeling is incredible, hard for me to describe, and as incredible as it is, the funny thing about it is, kind of like, you get on the plane the next day, you get back, and you're kind of really right in the middle of recruiting and getting ready for the next year. And it always amazed me, 2 of them that really, it's kind of like, it's almost like you don't enjoy it enough. You kind of find yourself right back at it, and you never have a chance to reflect. I think, talking to Urban and some of the guys on the staff, we all kind of made that same comment that you never really enjoyed it enough, and because you're always like, oh, we gotta get going, and boom, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, it's like one of the great achievements and all of sports happens, and you don't relish it enough. Yeah,
I know what you mean. All I did, I coached high school football on the varsity level, and you win, and then the kids come up, they're jumping around, Coach, when do we start back for next year? They're excited, especially the juniors coming up, and you say, what's tonight? What's Friday? Okay, Monday. That's when we start for the next season. I mean, you're right, you hardly get any time to enjoy anything, but it is truly a great accomplishment. Congratulations to you for that. Now, Temple, how was your spring practice this year? Did you come out of it relatively unscathed, which is every coach's dream, to come out of it unscathed but get good work in?
Yeah, I mean, our goal for spring was, to work on fundamentals, to let our players, don't put too much scheme in. Let the guys, let's see who our players are and what we have. And I thought we did that. We wanted to be able to play physical, be tough, and find out how we can compete. I didn't want to find out how smart we were in terms of digesting a playbook. That wasn't that important to me.
Right. So coming up this year, on this year's schedule, I see you have games against Penn State, which is going to be a barn burner, and then you also have Maryland, which is kind of middle of the road last year, but they have a new coach up there too, so he's probably going to try to bring them out there just buck wild, as we used to say. Tell us about your conference, and it appears as though the toughness of your conference is something else too. I mean, you really have a tough schedule.
Well, we do. I mean, the MAC conference is really strong. Great coaching, great talent. The MAC conference, great tradition. And of course, non-conference, we play a very, very challenging schedule in Penn State, Maryland, Villanova, and Army. So the reality of the whole thing is that it puts forward for a long and a challenging year. And but that's what you want. We want to play a great football schedule. We want to play tough non-conference opponents. We want to bring great teams into the Lincoln, into Philadelphia. So that's kind of the mission statement of our program.
We're talking with Coach Steve Addazio, the head football coach at Temple University. Coach, tell us about your offense. Did you change the offense much from last year, and your defensive sets? Are they different? What should people expect to see?
Well, I mean, there's some differences in there, obviously, but I mean, we have a great tailback in Bernard Pierce, and we're going to hand the ball deep to him and let him run. I mean, we're going to do that. And, on defense, we're going to have an attacking style defense. We might be more of a 4-down scheme, a 3-down scheme, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of similarities in all offenses and all defenses. I think the most important thing is, are you going to rock off the ball on offense, and are you going to be attacking and run to the ball on defense? And without question, that's what our goal is.
Well, also, you have some kids from your team that are on 2 different watch lists. You have one that's on the Bronco Nagurski watch list and one that's on the Mackey Award watch list. Talk about the players on your team and some of the as I like to say, the cream that's going to rise to the top on the team.
Well, on offense, I mentioned Bernard Pierce, our tailback, is a fantastic football player. We also have Evan Rodriguez is on the Mackey Award list, as you mentioned. We have John Palumbo's our starting center, and he's had all MAC honors. 2 wide receivers, Deion Miller and Streeter, Rod Streeter, that are really, really good football players. On defense, Adrian Robinson was an all-MAC player. He's returning on the open end, and then Tahir Whitehead is up for, I think, it's the Buckus Award candidate at linebacker. We're returning several players on defense, both safeties, Kroboth and Gilday. Keith Brown has moved from tight end to defensive end, and just had a phenomenal spring and winter. So we feel like we have some talented guys, and certainly some guys that really can lead this team.
Well, Coach Addazio, like I said, once again, I looked down your schedule. Who is your natural rival there at Temple? Who's the team that just gets your blood just to boil it, just to hear the name?
Well, I mean, that's a hard question. I know that, obviously a team like, Buffalo is in our division. And so that's kind of has been a game slated that way. I think that without a doubt, playing Penn State, we've played Penn State here, and that's an interstate game. I mean, so they're out of conference, but there's just tremendous rivalry there. And then Villanova is within the city, and that stirs quite a rivalry. So you have the Eastern Division proximity MAC team, you have the powerhouse in Penn State in the East, and then of course you have Villanova, which is inner city. So there's a lot of little rivalries in there, which are pretty cool.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Coach Addazio, for appearing on the Overtime Sports Show. It's really been a pleasure and an honor to speak with you, and hopefully we can get together again as the season progresses and you get deeper into it. I know you get busier and busier, but hopefully we can talk again.
That'd be great, Mike. I appreciate the time.
Okay, thank you so much, Coach. You have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
That was Coach Steve Addazio, the head football coach of Temple University, and we'll be right back after these messages.